en la cara, en los ojos.
He goes, listen, he goes, I saw it from the beginning. He was already scared of me. He goes,
that extended left hand, and he does. Right hand and a hook by Garcia. How did he weather that? Another one. And a hook, and down he goes.
Picture this. A fighter steps into the ring with lightning-fast hands, trash-talking his way to what he thinks will be an easy victory, only to find himself flat on his back seconds later, wondering what truck just hit him. Today, we're diving deep into the brutal reality of when Speedy Boy gets destroyed in boxing. Those moments when speed meets power, and power wins in devastating fashion. Boxing has always been the ultimate reality check. You can talk all you want outside the ring. You can showboat. You can intimidate. But when that bell rings, only one thing matters: who can fight? And nothing is more satisfying than watching an overconfident speedster get humbled by raw, devastating power. Let me take you back to December 5th, 2018, at the legendary Madison Square Garden. Ryan Garcia, the young lion with hands faster than lightning, was about to face off against the brash Dominican Bro Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez came into this fight with a mouth bigger than his skill set. He was talking trash, calling Garcia a chicken, claiming he'd never fought a real fighter before. Listen, Rodriguez said during the pre-fight build-up, I saw it from the beginning. He was already scared of me. Tomorrow, you're going to fight with a real man who is me. Tomorrow, he's going to beat the chicken. But here's the thing about fast fighters. Speed without precision is just wasted energy. And Garcia was about to prove that point in the most brutal way possible. From the opening bell, Garcia's combinations were surgical. A straight right, followed by a devastating left hook in the first round, had Rodriguez in survival mode immediately. The Dominican tried to play to the crowd, acting like a clown, thinking he could get under Garcia's skin. Big mistake. Rodriguez kept trying to turn the fight into a circus act. But Garcia remained focused, stalking his prey like a patient predator.
That's what I expected. Rodriguez trying to weather the storm. He is smiling.
By the fifth round, King Ryan had seen enough of the show. One perfectly timed left hook later, and the clown show was over. Rodriguez went down hard, and he wasn't getting back up. But that's just the beginning of our journey through boxing's most satisfying moments of humble pie being served. Fast forward to December 14th, 2013. We've got another trash talker about to learn a hard lesson. Broner, nicknamed Little Mayweather for his flashy lifestyle and big mouth, was facing Maidana. Broner came into this fight like he owned the place, calling his opponent second-rate, promising it wouldn't go the distance. I'm talking ugly, man, Broner boasted. After December 14th, he's going to speak English. I don't think it's going full 12 rounds. I'm going for the knockout. The arrogance was thick enough to cut with a knife. But Maidana, he let his fists do the talking. From round one, the Argentine warrior swarmed Broner along the ropes like a man possessed.
The right hand, Maidana off to a very quick start here against Broner. Gavin Reese bounced it off his head a lot.
He took the hook on the right and hurt Broner. He took a weird fall, misstep.
Broner has never been down in his career. A couple of left hooks to the body by Maidana. A couple of right uppercuts. The last one just grazing the chin. Maidana continues to walk Broner down. Broner catching a lot of those punches.
Every punch Maidana threw had bad intentions behind it. By the second round, something unprecedented happened. Broner, the man who'd never been down in his career, found himself on the canvas for the first time. But Maidana wasn't done. In the 8th round, he sent Broner down again with a beautiful left uppercut. The look on Broner's face said it all. This wasn't supposed to happen. The self-proclaimed problem had become the solution to his own downfall. When the final bell rang, there was no doubt who had won. Maidana had completely dismantled the Broner myth, proving that all the flash in the world means nothing when you're facing a real fighter with real power. Now, let's talk about Josh Taylor versus O'Hara Davies. A perfect example of what happens when overconfidence meets calculated precision. Davies came into this fight acting like he'd already won, talking about how there was nothing special about Taylor, calling him and his entire team bums. I was trying to phantom in my mind why they think he can beat me, Davies said, like there was nothing special about him. This is someone I really want to shut up. The irony was beautiful. Davies spent so much time talking about shutting Taylor up that he forgot to prepare for what Taylor was going to do to him. When they finally stepped into the ring, Taylor's movement was pure poetry. He ducked, weaved, and countered with the precision of a master craftsman.
Oh, he just ducked out of the way and caught.
Davies found himself chasing shadows, throwing wild shots at air while Taylor picked him apart piece by piece. The end came suddenly and brutally. A perfectly timed right hook sent Davies crashing down for the second time, and this time there was no getting back up. The man who claimed there was nothing special about his opponent had just been destroyed by that very same nothing special fighter. But perhaps one of the most satisfying examples of karma in action happened between Hemi Ahio and Julius Long. Long spent the entire fight trying to provoke Ahio, talking trash, making faces, thinking he could get inside his head. What Long didn't realize was that Ahio was slowly, methodically breaking him down, like a lumberjack chopping down a tree. For 6 rounds, Long kept up his antics, landing some shots but taking punishment in return.
Really starting to take him to task to the body. There's a left uppercut from Long again.
He was having so much fun showboating that he forgot he was in a fight for his life. Then came round 7.
Southpaw start.
He's holding on, he's won what he's done.
I'll tell you what, if he goes down, I don't think he's going to get up. I think it'll be like George Foreman, just down out of sheer exhaustion.
How has he
12
not
seconds
gone
to go.
down?
The ropes are keeping him up.
And reality hit like a freight train. Ahio landed a left hook that sent Long crashing to the canvas like a demolished building. The big talker was suddenly very quiet, staring up at the lights, wondering where his bravado had gone. These stories all share a common thread. Fighters who let their mouths write checks their fists couldn't cash. In boxing, there's nowhere to hide. No excuses, no do-overs. When you step through those ropes, everything you've said, every boast you've made, every claim of superiority gets tested in the most primal way possible. Speed can be beautiful, but power is absolute. And when these two forces collide, it's not always the fastest fighter who walks away victorious. Sometimes it's the one who's been patient, calculating, waiting for that perfect moment to unleash devastation. The boxing ring has a way of exposing pretenders. It strips away the facade, the trash talk, the manufactured confidence, and reveals who's real and who's just putting on a show. And time after time, we've seen speedy fighters who thought they could dance around danger, only to run straight into a knockout punch that changed everything. But here's the thing that most people don't understand about these devastating knockouts. They're not just about physical power. They're about mental warfare, patience, and the ability to see through the smoke and mirrors. The best power punchers aren't just strong, they're smart. They study their opponents, they wait for patterns, and when they see their opening, they strike with the force of a lightning bolt. And that brings us to a story that's even more shocking than all the rest. A fight where speed met its match in such a spectacular fashion that it changed the entire landscape of boxing forever. A fight where a seemingly unstoppable speedster ran headfirst into a wall of devastation that nobody saw coming. But that story, that's where things get really interesting. Because what happened next didn't just end a fight. It ended a career, shattered a reputation, and proved once and for all that in boxing, it's not about how fast you are. It's about how hard you hit the ground when reality finally catches up to you.